Deformation processes such as rolling, extrusion, forging, and drawing can be carried out either hot or cold. This lab focuses on the cold process and primarily aims to measure how ductility and hardness change with the amount of cold working carried on a metal. A rectangular specimen of sheet brass received from the supplier is shiny in appearance. The specimen is then heat treated in a furnace in the lab to anneal the material, resulting in a duller appearance. The brass used is an alloy of copper and 40% by weight of zinc. It is a single-phase metal. Using digital micrometers, the thickness of the material is measured in at least 4 different locations. The micrometers are initially closed and zeroed by pressing and holding the on button. When closing the micrometers on the specimen, the grey dial is used for large movements, and then before contact is made, the silver dial is used with the final closure until clicks can be heard or resistance can be felt. This ensures the micrometers do not pinch the material and therefore give a false measurement. Avoid measuring near the edges as these can be pinched from having been cut. The average of the measurements is used as the figure for initial thickness, which can be represented by the abbreviation T subscript 0. A table is drawn of thickness reduction from 0% to 70% at 10% intervals, and the target thickness for the corresponding percentage reduction is calculated using the T subscript 0. To measure ductility, a piece of brass is measured and marked 50 mm in length from one end of the specimen using a rule and scribe. Alternatively, a marker pen can be used. Then, an engineer square in hand is used to draw a straight line across the width. Again, this can also be done using a pen if required. A guillotine will be used to cut the specimen. The guillotine is not to be used for paper, wood, composite, or any material other than metals, and the guard is not to be removed either. The part of the brass that is to be cut is placed through the safety slot of the guard, and the marked line is aligned with the far right edge of the lower rest and held securely in place by hand. The lever is spring-loaded and should be pulled down in one motion without pausing or stopping to cut the brass cleanly with the other hand. The cut piece will come down the makeshift slide and be retrieved. Viewing the cut piece edge on, identify a corner with the least curvature. A very small piece of the identified corner will be cut, assessing the cut line by eye. Sometimes the cut corner can fall behind the small slide. To stay in good safe habits, do not put fingers in a guillotine. Instead, using the scribe or metal rule, fish the cut piece out for retrieval, moving the slide out of the way. Using the pen, mark the cut corner the percentage reduction from the initial thickness. In this case, it's not been reduced, hence 0% reduction.